Alright, so this video we're using this new swim bait paddle tail, good sized jig head, going for largemouth bass, and we made a day of it, or morning of it. Fished in the morning and they were fired up and they were just going crazy with this largemouth bass. Caught a whole bunch of them. Enjoy the video. Alright, so this time out we found largemouth bass biting on the paddle tail swim bait. And now at first they were up in shallow. We're going to switch here to the area where we were fishing for a closer look. Now you can see the deep where it drops off and gets a little bit deeper, and where the lily pads and weeds were. Now that was in the morning. That's where we started. We caught a lot of smaller ones. Didn't find the bigger fish till we start getting out deeper. We moved a little bit and got a little bit out deeper, and then we started finding the bigger fish. And it was a crazy morning. They were just biting. This lake is a backwater lake of the Mississippi River. We'll see what happens, but catching some bass. Found a spot finally. Down in a backwater Mississippi River. First one. Alright, we're on. Another bass. Under the 14-inch mark. Weird looking paddle tail swim bait I got going on. Alright, another close to 14-inch. Sun's right behind the trees. I got a feeling when that sun comes up, things are gonna shut off, so gotta get back to fishing here. Well, and there's number 3, and the smallest one of the day. And there's another one. We upgraded to the next smallest. Alright, we're hooked up. We're hooked up. Ooh. Another one under 14. Another bass. So far they're all smallish. A lot of small ones under that 14 mark. Something a little different. A crappie on that big giant swim bait paddle tail. Probably a 10-inch crappie. Not too big. Another small little largemouth. I got someone else's line, so we're gonna see what we got here. Look at that. Look at that. I got a brand new double-bladed spinner with a weird looking thing on it. Right along the shore right there. This guy, little dude, starting to slow down. Sun's behind the clouds, up in the sky a little bit. Starting to slow down. So that is what I'm using. A paddle tail swim bait. It's got a really flappy tail because of the, well, you can see how long that little bending part is to really give it some real action. And then a heavy jig head, medium size or something. Your guess is better than mine. 10-pound Suffolk Advanced fishing line, and then just a bass kind of a setup. South Bend SR 100 rod, quantum reel. Just going for bass out on this lake. They're up in the lily pads. Not any giants yet, just all these smaller ones. But I don't know if we're gonna see any giants in this video. The sun's up there already pretty high. And there we go, probably close to 14, 13 incher. Another one, kind of slowing down though. So, well, I think that might be it. I don't know, they sure disappeared. I'm getting closer to the middle of the day. We're gonna try some different lakes and see if we can get something going with this lure again. Nice little paddle tail. I wish I knew the name, but yeah, we out. I think we found what we were finally looking for. Our 14 incher, 15 incher. Look at that, barely hooked. I didn't even want to try to turn on the camera. I didn't want to lose it. But there it is. Look at that, barely hooked. I'm gonna measure it, see what we actually got. I'm pretty sure that's probably a 14 or 15. But there's the bigger one we were looking for, a little bit bigger. There we go. All right, last look at him. That is a 14 incher right on the dot. So there he is. All them boats are down there. Let's get this guy back. Well, now there's how many boats down that way, and none of them are over where we are. So I think that might be playing a factor too, because usually that means none of the fish are really all that disturbed, so they bite a little bit better. Same spot that we moved to, and we got, oh, did you guys see that? I hope I caught that on camera. Probably not, because it was so awesome. It's pulling some drag. Dude, is that another 14? Look at that. Oh, bigger maybe. Look at that. Oh, another 14 maybe. Looks like he'd been hooked before. There, yeah, look at that. All the way down. There you go. I'll measure him just to check, but he looks smaller now. Alright. There we go. That's a 13 incher, right under that 14 inch mark. Not there. Alright, so like I said, we moved. We were right in that clear spot. That's where we were fishing, you know, a little bit earlier. That's where we were, right in there. And Jesus moved out. Now, I've been back here on the boat and ice fishing. It gets deeper, like 5 feet and stuff over in this area here. So I'm kind of thinking, kind of right off there at the tip of them weeds is where it kind of starts going deeper. And they always say in the middle of the day when the water starts warming up, them fish try to look for cooler water during the summer. I don't know if you can see it, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8, maybe more boats than I can see. There's a whole army of them over there. That's why I didn't film this, because it wasn't out of bass. It was the northern pike. I was talking about this guy earlier, how we weren't catching any. Well, they showed up. I wouldn't even, this is kind of a small one, but it was a lot of fun though. We got something that pulled some drag. What do we got? I think we're tangled and, oh, there it came on loose. What do we got? I tightened my drag, I believe. Did it get loose or something? Now we're in weeds. Hopefully it stays on. I'm just gonna bring it in slowly here. It feels like my drag is loose again. I think I see a fish in there, but it ain't big like we think it is. Oh, there he is. Oh, my lure is missing. That lure is missing. Look at that. Gone. This is under 14 incher again. All our bass got small again. Probably gonna end it pretty soon here. Look at that. A big old, probably 12-inch yellow perch on that bait. Man, I tell you, that bait is just doing the work today. Look at that. That is a nice perch. Small ones are starting to show up again. Look at that. Almost all the way down there. Yo, look at what's in them weeds. Weird looking bugs. Alright, I'm just going to talk about what I'm doing a little bit here again. So, big jig head, or pretty good sized one anyway. I'm just casting it out as far as I can and just reeling it back, but I gotta have my tip up high because it's a shallow, kind of a shallow lake. So when you put your tip up high, it kind of keeps it off the weeds. But this bait right here, magical this today. But that's it. We're out. Caught a lot of bass, mosquitoes. Caught a good amount of bass. Good day. Good day. We found our big one, or a better one, or over 14 incher. We found one of them in the northern, and some one nice perch, one nice crappie. All on this magical bait. Well, that's it. We're out. Hopefully you can get out, catch some bass. Hunting's coming. Hopefully y'all get lucky if you're going out hunting. See you later.